Welcome to the Simply Vegan podcast, brought to you by the team at Vegan Food and Living, the UK's best-selling vegan magazine. I'm Holly Johnson, and each Tuesday I get together with my colleague Molly Pickering to share what we've been eating, what's got us thinking, and the new products that are worth trying. And don't miss our Thursday podcast, where we chat to some of the leading names in veganism.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, we'd love it if you hit the subscribe button, as it helps us to rate in the charts. It also means you'll be alerted to every new episode of your favourite podcast.
Today's episode is sponsored by Immaculate Vegan, your single source of the best and most beautiful vegan fashion in the world, all in one place. They're on a mission. They love fashion. They just don't like what it does to animals, people and the planet. So they decided to change it. From vegan shoes, bags and accessories to ethical and sustainable clothing and homewares, Immaculate Vegan select the best and most beautiful vegan products in the world without any compromise on quality or style, and make it easy for others to discover and buy them. Every single beautiful item on their website is vegan, so there's no need for vegan filters or searches. Their high standards allow you to shop with peace of mind without having to do all the background research yourself. Welcome to the Immaculate world, where fashion is as good as it looks. We are back. I hope you all had a really good Easter weekend. I know Molly and I did. We're going to have a catch up about that in a minute, aren't we? But we're sitting here with a very strong cup of coffee right now.
We definitely need it. You could probably hear my voice is a bit croaky, but it's fine.
Yeah, did a bit of celebrating this weekend. Anyway, before we get started, we've got so many exciting things coming up over the next few weeks and months. We're talking gut health for IBS Awareness Month, and it's also Bowel Cancer Awareness Month, something that's quite close to my heart because lost my gran to bowel cancer. I'm going to be chatting to BAFTA award-winning director Alex Lockwood about his new film, The End of Medicine. And we're going to be reviewing all the new vegan options at restaurant chains, Yo Sushi,
TGI Fridays,
Nando's, all sorts.
Nando's, yeah.
And then we're into No Meat May. So we're going to be going back to basics for everyone, giving that a try, which is going to be, sometimes it's good, isn't it, to just strip things back and just go back to actually like what, what's it all about and how can we do it? How can you go vegan?
Definitely.
So Easter weekend, Molly, what did you do? Why are you so croaky and tired?
Oh gosh. A lot of socializing, we'll say that. Lots of socializing. I had some friends come down from Manchester and London. So catching up with those, and some drinks might have fell into my mouth. I'm not really too sure. It was just the weather, it's just something about a bank holiday. It's sunny. I'm so basic, but I just love it.
Oh, it was amazing, wasn't it? And just sitting outside with a glass of wine and some little vegan nibbles and snacks and things.
Gosh, it was so good. I get really bad hangovers. And I've just found my new favourite drink. It's called hard seltzer. I think I'm just very late to the game. White Claw. Don't know if you heard of it.
Never heard of it. No.
It's basically like sparkling water with vodka and like natural flavorings, and it's tasty.
Oh, that sounds good. And it sounds like it would be, in inverted commas, healthier than some alcoholic drinks, perhaps.
Yeah, low sugar, sort of obviously gluten-free. And my hangover was lessened, we'll say that.
Okay, I need to give that a go. Did you eat lots of nice vegan food?
Oh, so much good food. So much food. I feel because I was just constantly, like, not constantly drinking, because there was a lot of booze. I was then eating a lot of stuff, and it wasn't maybe the best things in the world. But yesterday we finished off the bank holiday. We did tofu steaks, did some like Hasselback potatoes and like some braised cabbage, and it was just so nice.
Oh, nice. That sounds good. Did you get the barbecue out? Was it not quite warm enough yet?
No, it wasn't. I didn't have bloody time.
No. You're too drunk. You should be operating a barbecue.
I was going out. I didn't have time. No barbecue. But we went to St Andrew's Park, obviously famous park in Bristol, and there was so many like nice portable barbecues, not those disposable ones. There were loads of like really cute ones, so I'm going to definitely invest this year and get some Barbies in the park.
Oh yeah, the little bucket barbecues. We've got one of those.
Yeah, kind of like those. It was like it was literally just like, you know, the sphere barbecues.
Yeah,
it was like that, but just tiny. It was so cute.
I love that park. I used to go there sort of in my 20s, and there's like two sides to it, isn't there? Like on a sunny day, just to give listeners a picture of what it's like. It's beautiful, big sort of Victorian style park, isn't it? With
stunning,
yeah,
huge trees, lots of sort of flowers, and yeah, it's beautiful. And you've got two hills.
Yeah. So on the one hill are the cool people who will be like, you know, drinking their cider, having their barbecues. And I was on the cool side to begin with. And then as I got older, sort of into my 30s and had kids, I'd then have to go past all the cool people and go and sit over the other side with the mums on the blankets with the picnics.
We call that's Mum Hill. I have now gone to Mum Hill because the other hill is called Nitty Hill, and I can't be there anymore. I can't. It's just so much drum and bass, and just oh gosh.
Oh my god! I didn't know they had names. I was on Mum Hill,
but so am I. So it's fine.
Mum is the new cool.
Yes, it is. How was your weekend?
That's so funny. I had an amazing weekend as well. So I had last week off, which was kind of okay, but I had the kids and my husband wasn't off, so it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like super relaxing. But then as soon as it hit sort of bank holiday weekend, it was lovely. We had friends, so we went for a walk along the cliffs overlooking the sea, somewhere called Ringstead, and then there's a pub called the Smugglers Inn. If anyone's down in Dorset, you have to go. It's just the most amazing walk and the most amazing pub, and it's a Hall and Woodhouse pub. They have really good vegan options.
Okay.
Because I think the CEO's wife or something is vegan, so
nice.
But we didn't actually eat there. We just had, the kids just had some chips, had a drink in the sun, and then we all came back to ours, and I did like a Greek meal. So I did marinated tofu skewers.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of seasoned them with a little bit of chicken seasoning, which doesn't actually contain chicken. And yeah, some like lemon and garlic. And yeah, put them on skewers. I think they call it souvlaki, don't they?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
I love Greek food.
I love it. Food. Yeah, and a massive Greek salad with the BioLife Greek sort of feta.
Nice.
Which was really good. We thought they've actually improved the recipe on that because it was really yummy.
I actually really like that feta. I think it's really nice. I've had it sort of like in tarts and stuff, and I thought it was quite tasty.
Yeah,
feta has like quite a usual taste anyway, so I feel like you can't go too far from it.
No, yeah, it was yummy. And I made some tzatziki, which is like garlic, mint,
cucumber.
Like grated cucumber. Make sure you wring the water out of it first. And obviously yogurt. So I only had the what's it called? Alpro yogurt, which I find a bit too sweet. I think you need to get the Greek style yogurt to.
Yeah, so I love making a tzatziki. Like that's my favorite thing. I normally use the plain one. Do you know, the one with like the red label? That one tends to work a bit better, because otherwise the sort of the normal one, the original one, I think it says like low sugar, but it's still got quite a sweet taste to it.
Yeah, it's too sweet. Mm-hmm. So that was all really yummy. Everyone loved it. And on Sunday, we had a big roast at my mum's in the garden, and I made some seitan. I did like a maple glazed ham in inverted commas. It's so funny because I do this seitan. I'm like, what shall I make? A leg of lamb. And then for Christmas, I'm like, I'll make a turkey. But you just marinate it with different flavors, and
exactly,
and you get a different sort of fake meat. But yeah, that went down really well. So that was great. Just a really nice weekend.
Oh, it sounds amazing. How was your girls' weekend? I forgot to ask. How was the food scenario?
Oh my god! Oh, it was so much fun. But they are so not vegan. Like they're so far from vegan. They were like roasting chickens, and like we had like a takeaway. They all had like duck and
Yeah.
So I did go in there thinking, right, I took all my spices to make my scrambled tofu, literally rocking up with like my turmeric and paprika all in little pots, thinking I'm going to convert at least one of them. And they were just like, what is that? And I was like, here we go. They're going to love it. They were like, mate, it's weird. It was a total fail. I was like, okay.
No.
Okay,
At least you tried.
I know. Yeah. I was like, these guys are, they're not ready. So I'm not going to go in there. I'm just going to.
All guns blazing.
Yeah. But I can't remember what did we eat now? I can't remember. We went to the pub for a roast, which was okay. It was kind of like, it was supposed to be like a nut roast Wellington, which I thought was a bit weird.
Oh, gosh.
You don't want pastry and nuts, do you? But actually, there were no nuts. It was just like stuffing in pastry, which is a bit odd. But that's country pubs for you. At least there was a vegan option. So
exactly.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I feel like we both need to go on a detox now. Do you?
Oh my! Honestly, I'm just so ready to just not ever drink again.
Give it 2 days.
Give it 2 days, I'll be back on the sauce.
Well, there's us talking about, healthy gut health and things like that. But we've been doing some reviews. We have been doing some work this week, this month. So today we're going to review some Dabba Drop dosas. So dosas are like savory pancakes. Is that right?
Yeah, so they use them in a sort of like a lot of Sri Lankan, Indian dishes, like very, very thin, almost like crepes. And you just use them to mop up all of the delicious sauces and curries, and amazing. I'm obsessed with them.
Yum. I love savory crepes. I'd much rather have those than the sweet pancakes. So how much are these? So it's like you get the flour, don't you, in like a glass jar.
Yeah, so it comes in like a milk jar. It's beautiful packaging. And you get like a really nice tea towel. You get a ladle to do the pancakes with. We've also reviewed the chutneys previously. So they sent one of those and like some like, they call it gunpowder toppings. So it's like sesame seeds, chili flakes, all the yummy things. And yeah, basically you just sort of combine this flour mixture with water and you just make these amazing crepes that are just so crispy and savory, and I loved them. I had to stop myself from using the whole thing because you can get quite a lot of these doses out of the mixture. So I've used half and I just had to work out the measurements when I use them next, but amazing. I loved them.
Yeah, they're really easy to do, aren't they? And the flour is like a mix of different flours, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a feeling it's like gram flour and chickpea flour and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure on the ingredients, but yeah, I loved these. These were so tasty.
Yeah. Oh God, I love curries and things. Although now with the warm weather, I probably eat less of them. But yeah, I love all the topping things. Like you say, the gunpowder thing, it's almost like dukkha, is it? It's kind of like a mixture of, I think things crunch.
Oh, it's beautiful. I have a feeling it's got like, they're not nuts, but they're quite like crunchy textures. And yeah, sesame seeds, chili flakes, all of those wonderful things. I think there's a few seeds in there as well.
Talking about crunchy things, we reviewed some gut healthy granola. So this has been created by the gut health doctor, Dr. Megan Rossi, and it's FODMAP friendly, gluten free, and it's like packed with prebiotics, high in fiber, nuts and seeds. And there's 2 flavors, isn't there? There's a super berry and then a seed and nut. These are $3.99 at Ocado. Such a good breakfast option. So easy.
I love this. I love granola, but sometimes I'm very aware of the sugar content in there. I think sometimes there's honey. I think we've reviewed a granola on here before, I think. And that was great, but you don't often see like really healthy ones in the supermarket. They're all sort of drenched in honey and sugar or whatever, but these are incredible. The berry one was my favorite.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, it's got me off of like sort of having quite heavy savory breakfast, because when I first went vegan, I was eating like things like homemade granola or chia porridge and sort of sweeter things that were just easier on your stomach when you've just woken up. You don't always want like a big heavy sort of bread or, I don't know, tofu scramble or something, do you?
No, it can be a lot. And also it's quick. And I think especially now we're getting into the warmer months, like I'm very seasonal, sort of when it's winter, I'll have porridge. But now warmer months, you want something like granola and yogurt and like fresh fruit. And this is just perfect for that.
Yeah, really nice. And then the other thing we reviewed this month is MyVegan protein bars. So it's a vegan snack box, which is $14.99. And it contains cookies, brownies, and chocolate bars, which are amazing. For, like, if you're sort of really going at your fitness, especially this time of year, everyone's like, summer's coming. I really want to like feel my best.
Yeah, definitely. I think they sort of try to mimic like classic flavors. I think they have like a Snickers variation in there. There's like wafers, lots of cookies. I really like them. We got sent the Easter box. So this was like, obviously, if you were very conscious over Easter, eating loads of chocolate, this is definitely great for that. But the snack box is available all year round. So yes, if you training and you need a sweet kick, these are definitely the one.
And running as well, it's quite good, isn't it, to have like before or after, get that protein hit. Well, to finish off today's episode, we have our listener question. You can email yours to simplyvegan@anthem.co.uk, and also don't forget to leave us a review.
Yes, please.
So the question was, I listened to your Alicia Silverstone episode when she talked about sometimes eating non-vegan food so that it doesn't go to waste, because she's a massive sort of zero waste fan, isn't she?
Love that.
Champion. Can you still call yourself vegan if you do this, do you think? This is an interesting one, because I think when I first went vegan like 4 or 5 years ago, I've lost track of how long it was, but I think it was still quite I don't know, I feel like there's been a little bit of a revolution, do you, in the way people think and feel about veganism over the last 4 or 5 years?
I think so. I think there's definitely been obviously more education about it. I think that when I first went vegan, I didn't realize the difference between plant-based and being vegan. And I think that when you're like fully into your veganism, that's quite a big thing for some people. So I think people would maybe call Alicia plant-based rather than vegan because of, you know, said that she was eating maybe non-vegan foods to avoid waste. I personally don't see a problem with that. Like, I think that's a better thing to do, because I'm very hot on waste too.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I don't think she was talking about meat or sort of
I don't think
like
she
that.
was.
I think she was thinking like, you know, a bit, I don't know, some chocolate or perhaps cheese or something like that, which, you know, I admit to, I don't want to call it slipping up, because, you know, it's not like you
don't need to crucify yourself over like little slip-ups. But again, yeah, you say slip-ups, it's just the way that it is sometimes. And I think, you know, are you going to throw a full meal or whatever away because it's not 100% vegan? I don't know. I think those situations don't occur often, but when they do, I wouldn't be like, oh gosh, you know, there's so much food poverty in the world right now. I think that, and we live in such a wasteful society. I don't know. I don't personally see an issue with it.
No.
Does that make me less vegan? I don't know.
No, I don't think it does at all. I think it's just common sense. And, you know, if we're going to sit here judging people because they had I don't know, even if it's not to do with food waste, because they sort of gave in and had a few squares of dairy milk over Easter, or even a whole dairy, you know, Easter egg. It doesn't mean that you're not doing amazing things for the planet and your own health, and of course the animals, by 100%. Being vegan most of the time. So
everyone doing it imperfectly is the way forward. And I think I've had that mindset for quite some time now. I think especially since working in the vegan industry, I think, you know, it's so common, like, just it's almost rare to find like a very, very militant vegan, which is amazing. Like, I respect that so much, but I think it's not fair to then, you know, if someone does slip up, like, oh, you're not a vegan anymore, and then turn them maybe against plant-based eating, and then they go full forced the other way. You know, that's such a, I don't know. I just don't find that helpful, personally.
No, we all need to be supporting each other, don't we? And not sort of trying to catch people out. So, yeah. Oh, I love Alicia. She was amazing. And if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and do have a listen on your platform of choice.
Holly and her best friends.
Yeah. Well, coming up on Thursday, I'm going to speak to a dietitian all about, IBS and bowel cancer, and how plant-based eating can support a healthy lifestyle that sort of avoids or aids in prevention of these things. So that should be a really good listen. Yeah. In the meantime, don't forget to visit veganfoodandliving.com and follow us on Instagram at Simply Vegan Podcast. If you're anything like me, life can quickly become chaotic, and finding fresh and nutritional vegan recipes can become another thing to add to the to-do list. Our best-selling magazine, Vegan Food and Living, is on hand to help. You can join us today and try an issue for just 99p by visiting veganfoodandliving.com/podcast or using code podcast when you order with us. You'll not only receive the magazine to your door, but also have access to thousands of plant-based recipes at your fingertips in our digital magazine archive, which is fully searchable and simple to use. Join us today and make cooking delicious vegan food that bit more exciting by visiting veganfoodandliving.com/podcast.